Hey everyone, and welcome back to LRN. A really exciting video today as we finally had the launch date of F1 Manager 2022 revealed, plus additional content, gameplay trailers, exclusive new images, and additional content released across the wider internet for F1 Manager today. Pre-order has gone live. For those of you waiting patiently to get it, you can now go on Steam or the available platform that you need for Xbox, PlayStation, PC, wherever you choose to play your games. That is now available today to pre-order for early access, so definitely go and check that out. But what we're going to do today is go through my top 5 takeaways of the day and of all the information that's been released on top of what we already knew. So let's get straight into it. So in at number 1, of course, we have the release date for F1 Manager. The 25th of August has been confirmed as the release date. A little bit later than I wanted, but the fact that we've now got one is fantastic news. So you can go on to your preferred platform, pre-order the game now for early access, 5-day early access if you pre-order it for the 25th of August. I assume then otherwise, if you don't, it'll be the 30th that you will get the game. And I believe you get 10% off as well with pre-order. So definitely, if you're as keen for this as I am, go and get it pre-ordered now, get it sorted, and you'll be set to play from the 25th of August, which is fantastic news. As I say, a little bit later than I was hoping. I was hoping more around the 1st of August, so it'd be about a month after the release of F1 22. But at least it's coming. It comes about halfway through the F1 season, so it gives us a really good amount of time to make the most of the game. But yeah, 25th of August, get your orders in now. Can't wait. In at number 2, we have the graphic fidelity of the game. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The screenshots and the gameplay trailer that we've seen, it's all finally live footage of the game, and it looks absolutely incredible. So we do know that the game has been created in Unreal Engine, which absolutely does make a difference, and you can see that in the graphics of the game. So, and as you can see in the screenshot behind me, the quality of the water graphics as well, absolutely fantastic. Obviously it will depend on whether you have a high-end PC, console, or how you're playing the game, but the game in Unreal Engine looks awesome, and it really drives that need for the mainline F1 games to shift over to a different engine. I think they know that the next F1 game is going to be the first proper next gen game, and I would expect that to be in Unreal Engine, to be honest. I mean, they've used it for this, it's an official game. Hopefully they can do that for the other F1 game as well. But yeah, it looks absolutely incredible. Really happy that they've put such an amount of effort into giving it a real F1 experience and be able to get that broadcast quality imagery when you're playing the game. So absolutely happy, certainly with how the game looks, and it's still in its, it's not final yet. There's still time for them to make improvements. I don't suspect there'll be huge differences, but while they fine-tune everything, the fact that it's in the state that it's in at the moment in the pre-game footage is fantastic. So again, another reason I just cannot wait to play this game come the 25th of August. So next up, we have the on-the-fly strategy editor. So as you can see on the screenshot behind me, we've got Max Verstappen, and we've got the opportunity to change his stint, so when he's going to be coming in to the pit, what compound of tyre we're going to move on. We've got details around what tyre he's on now, his current pace, what the pit window is, so when we should be looking to come in, the current laps. Obviously we're still early in the race at this point, it's still the second lap, so usually at this point there wouldn't be much reason to change the strategy, but it gives you a demonstration that you're going to be able to change these on the fly through the race. Now obviously, generally speaking, you're probably looking at a 1 or 2 stop strategy depending on how you intend on to approach a race, but certainly with these new cars we may get high graining at certain circuits, so we may have opportunities where actually a 3-stop could be the fastest. I wouldn't ever expect you to do more than that, safety cars permitting, but certainly at most we'd look at a 3-stop. But the fact that you can jump in, change on the fly, really seems like an easy to use system as well. So you've got the detail for the people that play the game, or sorry, that watch F1 all the time. They can get really heavy into the details, but for those people jumping in maybe for the first time, maybe people that have been exposed to Formula 1 through Drive to Survive, not been diehard fans, it's still an easier enough interface where you can use the basics and get on with the game, start to understand it and learn it and build your knowledge as you progress through the game. But also for the diehard fans, so much you can do with the game from the bat off the bat, getting into all the details. But I love this. I love the fact that you can so easily change your strategy on the fly, review where you are in the race. I think this is really cool, and just another really good feature that we're seeing ahead of the game's launch, which I'm really excited for. So in at number 4, we have the option of red flags during race and the impact that will have to your strategy as you play through races. Now, I don't suspect this will be happening all the time. Certainly, safety cars could be a really key feature, but this, I think, in particular, could be really, really interesting for how you adapt your strategy during a race. So maybe you've gone long on your first stint, a red flag comes out. That means that just like in real F1, in the pit lane, under red flag conditions, you can change your tyres, sort out your car, make any repairs you need to make, should you have had slight damage during the race so far, without losing any time. So you've automatically jumped ahead of anyone who's pitted before you under red flag conditions. As I say, I don't expect this to happen all the time, but certainly it shows the fact that they are following F1 rules and regulations as closely as they possibly can, and allowing you to make the same level of strategy calls that you see happen in real F1. And I think this attention to detail, more than anything, is a really, really good indicator of not only what we're going to see with this game, but also future F1 Manager games as they improve and develop through the years. It's such an awesome start what they've done with this game. I'm sure they've been working on it a long time, but just that level of detail to be able to have that red flag and the actual regulations where you can go in then in the pit stop, make all your changes before the red flag goes away and you come out the pit lane. I think that's absolutely awesome, and can't wait again to get into the game and to experience these features as they play out through the game and really get a feeling for how it's going to work when you're in that moment. And finally, in at number 5, we have the race HUD that you'll be seeing while playing the F1 Manager game. Again, the level of detail here is awesome, but a couple of things you may see. Obviously, you've got the timers on the left-hand side, so you can see the intervals between each person. You can also change this so that you can maybe see your individual sectors. So first, second, third, whether it's grey that obviously slower than previous attempts, green that you've hit your personal best, or purple that you've gone fastest of anyone in those sectors, and you'll be able to see those through all the drivers, see how everyone's performing. Bottom left, you've got breakdown of fuel, tires, ERS, loads of information on screen, and if you look across it, there's just so much you can do during the race and see and use to help your strategy as you progress. You'll have the options to defend against the drivers behind you through the menus, and what I think they've done a really great job of is making the HUD really simple. So if you are on PC, you can easily move around the screen, editing your strategy as you go, but also for console, it should be easy as well. So yeah, the fact that you can actually, I think, easily make those changes on a console as well is going to be really, really good for getting more people into this game and driving interest in the sport in general. I certainly think Drive to Survive's done a fantastic job of that, and hopefully those casual fans off the back of the Netflix series and just in general casual fans of F1 do find a route into this game. It's going to really help them. One thing we've also found out is that you can play the races as quickly as you want. So you'll see at the bottom there you've got a timer, so it will always be a full race distance. Another thing we found out today, will always be full race distance, but you can multiply your speed up to 16 times. Anything over ×4, you'll zoom out of the track and you'll have the same overlay of the HUD, but it will be from looking at dots going around the track as opposed to being the broadcast display that you're seeing here, where you can be on board with the cars. So it'll be up to you how quickly you want to play it. From what I've heard, essentially there will be times during the race where you do kind of settle into a set strategy. You're not going to have to constantly be changing it throughout, so you're not forced to watch every single lap. And during those phases, it would be you've got an opportunity to get your record button, sorry, get it fast forwarded up to time 16 if you choose to really get through the race. And then when you see that someone's catching you or you're coming up behind someone, you want to change a strategy, maybe something's happened and you want to talk about pit stop, bring it down to 1 times, make the changes you need to make, and then manage as you go through, or how quickly you want to get through the race. Personally, of course, I want to spend as much time in the broadcast view as possible, but that's not always feasible. People have things to do. You will have more casual fans who actually just want to get through the seasons and see how things progress. You've got that option, and the fact that you've got that option, I think, is a great thing. It's not a game that's only going to work for the die-hard fans; it'll work for the casuals as well, and I think that's perfect because we need as many fans in the sport as possible. And the more money the more people that buy the game, more money that goes into the game, the more development that will go into the future games, and the better the game will get. So, absolutely, all for making sure that all the features work for both die-hard and casual fans alike. So there we have it, guys. That's my top 5 things to take away from today's announcements around F1 Manager 2022. Do let me know in the comments below what your favourite takeaways were and what you're most excited about the game for on its release on August 25th. If you are new around here, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow. And make sure to like the video if you did like it. Otherwise, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.